for you too.
Bismillah. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah rabbil alameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome everyone to the Mosque's 24th annual 2013 Muslim Convention. Alhamdulillah. All praise and due to Allah. First thing I want to say here is the last convention we had here, we had such a wonderful, wonderful time. I look at the faces here. I see a lot of people that I saw at the last convention in this facility, but the Tennebar Convention Center here, under the leadership of Daniel Fitzgerald and the team here, that we really have to thank them and honor them for doing such an excellent job here and accommodating us. So much so that it's just a great mercy and a blessing, but you always have to give thanks to those that help you. You know, remember Allah first, but thanks those that help and assist you into accomplishing these great things that we do here, our annual Muslim convention. You all look so beautiful, and Allahu Akbar. I've been telling people here lately that I haven't felt the burden of stress or pressure, or, you know, this is the 5th year, alhamdulillah. Now the first year, when you don't know what's happening, you're making dua every 5 minutes, you know. You turn around asking Allah, you know, to help you make the right decisions and the right choices. But Allah blessed me and freed me to stop looking in on myself and to look out at you all. And you all, I have to forever be grateful and thankful to you all for helping me being the Muslims that Allah made you. And Imam Muhammad, he's here. He gave the khutbah today, and I couldn't help but to reflect on my father, Imam Deen Mohammed, that he couldn't have given a better khutbah with the conscious idea, with the understanding that Imam Deen Mohammed, this was his station here before he passed, that you wouldn't see another Imam up here doing the Jummah khutbah. And Imam Muhammad, he stood before us and taught us and led us in Jummah and was our leader for over 33 years or 30 more years. And many of us knew him even before he was our leader. And so he taught us for a pretty extensive time. And if you got to know him during that period of time, who he really was, he was a moral conscious man, God-feared man. And if you missed him over the past 5 years that he wasn't here, that you got some of his spirit here in that khutbah today. That was Imam Deen Mohammed. That's the type of leadership that we need as a community. That's the type of leadership that America needs in its public and in society. The leadership that's not afraid to stand up and to take a look back and reflect on where we come from and who we really are. Like the Honorable Elijah Muhammad told us that your own self is a righteous Muslim. You know, what happened to the concept of being righteous and moral and putting those values, things before this world and this material world and all the problems? The problems will be done. La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. You know, you take care of that, and we'll be in good shape. So I really appreciate, and I want to give special thanks before I said anything to Imam Farrakhan for that uplifting and inspiring khutbah that he gave us. You know? And I hope the youngsters out here listening too, because that's salvation. Good morals is salvation, and help you survive in a world that is not promoting or not in support of you living a moral life or a conscious life at all. You know, That's just a fact. Alhamdulillah, I feel good, you know. I feel great, you know. I hear, I feel some burden when I see the imams, and we have to commend the believers that worked with us from across the country, that the committees that work tirelessly day and night. You know, you all think only when you see us moving around and doing something physically that we working. We work in our sleep, you know. We love this community. It's on our heart. It's a burden that we carry. And when I hear them expressing that, you know, it should have been, we could have had more. I like to be, sometime I know what I'm up against. You know, Shaitan, he don't want to see us with nothing. He's greedy and selfish. So if we get a little bit of what we strive for, we shoot for the highest point. If we can come 10%, it'll be more than we ever dreamed of. So I'm like, I guess I took that habit and learned from Imam Deen Mohammed. I'm just so happy to see you all. And Allah is merciful that no matter what you might think, we always have a successful event. And when I mean successful, not just spiritually, financially, morally, we accomplish our goals, and what we attempt to project as a community, we accomplish it. Because we're more than an average community. We are a people. We are new people. And we have a strong history, and we have a strong bond. Many of us have personal bonds with one another and believers from around the country that are stronger than bonds of family and bonds of co-workers that you may have worked the last 30, 40 years with. But they didn't go through the struggles that you went through with your brother coming from the Nation of Islam and sticking with Imam Deen Mohammed. I had the opportunity on a couple of occasions where I'm often reflecting. People mention, they hear my name, and immediately they reflect on Imam Muhammad and some of the struggles that he went through. And I tell people, I said, we fought so hard as a community by Imam Muhammad's side, and when we saw him exerting the energy, and he's praying and begging Allah to help us, and he's fighting and trying to work with us to fight against evils, and showing all of the courage the courageous mannerism at which he addressed issues that he knew would affect us down the line and that had affected us in the past. I said, that energy you saw from Imam Muhammad, I said, just multiply that by every one of his supporters or followers, by each individual person. Each one of us was feeling that same energy and wanting to fight that cause. That if Imam Muhammad gave us the opportunity and said that, hey, I want you to take this charge, that we'd be racing each other to the front line to fight in defense of our leader, Imam Deen Mohammed. So I said that was a period and a time that we went through. And I said, you know, joking, I like a little humor. I said, all that fighting we did the last 30 years, I said, it's time for us to enjoy and relax and enjoy our life and take the fight in a different direction. You know, we're no longer being attacked just for the color of our skin in droves in the street. The world, whether you notice it or not by watching media and hearing media reports, is not as a violent or threatening world, mainly due to the civil rights era that came through that changed a lot of the laws, and good American citizens and religious people working hard together to change the mindset, and people in the world of culture, business and language, you know, the people that kind of control and influence what goes out into our culture life have worked hard over the past 50 years to change the world from what we knew as children to the world that our little ones know now. It's a much more peaceful, less violent world. And that is a mercy. That's only something that Allah could do. I know they didn't have me up here to talk for too long, but I had to express that it's extremely appropriate. This being, I was in D.C. over the weekend for a Religions of Peace youth program that they have. They have the youth, the juniors people there, and it was from